This is the Fox 25 News Late Edition.
The big drip is causing big problems for Oklahoma City tonight. Water systems are overloaded, leading to low pressure, water main breaks, even some water outages. First, there were calls to conserve electricity. Now, calls to conserve water.
Fox 25's Erica Stanish explains how you can help and why this is an issue in the first place.
Water is the primary concern right now.
Record-breaking winter weather causing problems for thousands across Oklahoma, stressing both its energy and water systems. Over the last 3 days, the city of Oklahoma City says there have been 400 service calls with reports of frozen or broken water lines and more than 30 water main breaks, doubling its typical winter water demand.
Normal wintertime demand is about 75 million gallons a day, and currently we're pumping over 150 million gallons a day.
Adding to the problem, Utility Director Chris Browning says repairs are underway at both its water treatment facilities, only allowing a maximum of 150 million gallons of water production a day.
Keep in mind, we serve 225,000 customers in Oklahoma City, and we also serve 18 other cities and water districts in central Oklahoma. So we have a total population served of over 1.4 million people.
Browning and Oklahoma City Mayor Holt now urging residents to conserve water where they can.
I think the one thing I would say, sort of human to human, is just see if you can step back the water usage in other areas. Keep dripping those faucets, but maybe take a shorter shower. Maybe don't run the wash, maybe set aside the laundry for a couple days. And try to just be conscious of it.
That was Erica Stanish reporting. Low water pressure could continue the next few days, and water main breaks could continue into next week. So conserving where you can at home could help with the water supply. And again, be sure to take it slow over the next few days as crews work to continue to clear off the roads.
Water is back on for much of Spencer. The city says one of their water towers was completely drained following a water main break at a nearby church. They are now pumping water back into the tower, but water pressure could still be low for a while, especially since people are dripping their sinks.
Try to get the water going. We're doing the best we can out here.
Yeah, definitely.
And we appreciate people's patience with this. I know it's a hard time. Bear with us. We're going to get it taken care of.
The city says at least 1,000 people there lost water earlier today. The State Department of Emergency Management says during this storm, 25 cities across the state have reported damage to water lines at supply facilities.
Road conditions continue to be a concern tonight. While the highways are pretty clear, city streets are seeing some problems. Fox 25's Connor Hansen is live in downtown Oklahoma City tonight. He joins us right now. Connor, what are the roads like in downtown?
Well, as you can see, Dan, the trucks are still out here working. You might be wondering, after all the snow we've gotten and all the cleanup you're watching, where are they putting it all? Well, it's right here downtown, right by the Chesapeake Arena. See these massive piles of snow filling the parking lots where people would usually go to park to see a game or event. They have so many of these huge parking lots full of snow. You see another one there they're working on. Now they're working over here. You see truck after truck, dump trucks coming in just full of snow, and they have heavy construction equipment unloading it, piling up. You also see these trucks all around downtown, all around the streets, just scooping up this snow and picking it up. For the most part, most of the main side streets you can get through pretty easily, but it's these snowbanks and heavy lanes of snow in between in the middle of the street is what they're having to scoop up, pick up right now and bring it all the way back here. So, you would imagine they'd have these streets pretty clean in the next day or so, but as for these mounds of snow, I'm guessing these will be here for a long time. In downtown Oklahoma City, Connor Hansen, Fox 25 News.
A lot of road crews have been focusing on clearing snow routes, leaving other streets blanketed in snow. Fox 25's Rebecca Pryor joins us live from Moore. So, Rebecca, tell us how are conditions in that area?
Yeah, well, Wendy, as you just said, they are focusing on clearing out the snow route. So our main roads, honestly, they're looking pretty good, especially our highways. If you take a look, we can see I-35 over there. Looks like, see, this guy's coming by. I mean, people are back to highway speed. You can fully see the pavement again. The roads are looking great and more. However, as you also just said, our residential areas, I mean, these still really are the major problems that we're seeing. This is Southwest 2nd Street here in Moore, and it's still completely snowpacked. Not only that, but all these ruts in the road. I mean, it just hasn't been treated at all. And people haven't been driving on it enough to pack it down, so they are getting stuck. It looks like this car, yeah, go ahead, you can go. They're going to try it. We'll see how they do. We have seen one person get stuck. Right around there is where we saw someone else get stuck. You can see they may be struggling a little bit. Yeah, I see those wheels turning. Honestly, they might need a push. See, and this is what we're seeing time and time again, and this is why if you have two-roll drive like we see here, you really do need to be careful. It's going to take some heavy snow tires, four-wheel drive to get through these roads. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing it right now live on TV. Unfortunately, we will help them out as soon as we're done our live shot. We're sorry. We have seen other people struggling. You're not on your own. We'll come help you in a sec. But yeah, so unfortunately, this is what we are still seeing on our residential areas. On top of that, we do want to point out there is a lot of ice on the roads already. It got warmer today. The snow was melting, and it's already refreezing here tonight. We are not above freezing yet. This is going to be a problem for your morning commute. Make sure that you watch out for that and still be careful in our neighborhoods. So back to you guys.
All right, Rebecca, hate to see that. Thank you. We are back to an emergency level 2 tonight, meaning if people don't conserve fast, rolling outages might happen again soon. But SPP is optimistic that power problems won't happen for much longer. They expect everything to be back to normal and the energy grid to stabilize by Friday.
We do hope by the end of the day tomorrow that, given weather conditions and load continuing to drop, that we could very, very well be out of this situation entirely and hope to see that by Friday.
The main issue that's been causing the rolling outages we saw yesterday and the day before is the natural gas supply. More people are using gas right now to heat their homes, and Oklahoma's power grid is 40% supplied by gas generation, leading to a shortage of energy sources. Governor Kevin Stitt is requesting a federal disaster declaration. If approved, it would help cover the costs of mass care and shelter operations for all 77 counties. The governor may end up requesting additional federal assistance once more damage assessments are finished. The snow is doing a number on our roads right now. Not only is it making driving difficult, it's also creating a pothole problem. Check out this large hole that opened up today on Northwest 39th near Drexel and I-44. City crews were able to put a sign in front of it so people could drive around, but not before several people drove into the deep hole.
And that winter storm left Oklahoma a long time ago. Right now it's mostly in Missouri, but it left behind a lot of cold and snow and clouds. Let's go ahead and take a look right now. The temperatures have been crashing all day, but as of right now, this temperature in Oklahoma City that you see, 17 degrees, that's the warmest it's been since Saturday, if you can believe that. Now, it's much colder as you head northwest, and temperatures, of course, will keep on tumbling tonight. And these are snow estimates and measurements officially, and these are both combined from yesterday and today. Most of us picked up 2 to 6 inches. The Oklahoma City Metro piled up 3 to 5. Just a couple inches north and 4 to 7 inches south. The roads are snow covered and snow packed. These are mainly the side and the secondary roads. The main roads are okay thanks to those Oklahoma road crews. So the trick will be to get from your neighborhood to those main roads the next couple days. And travel will be tricky all the way through the weekend. That's because these warmer afternoons, whether we get above freezing or not, and some sunshine will slowly melt that snow down. Any standing water in the afternoons will refreeze overnight and add more slick spots to the roads. So please plan on taking it slow and easy all the way into next week, especially in the mornings. 8 tonight, sub-zero wind chills, and please keep on dripping and streaming. Snow on the ground for a while. A warming trend starts on Friday, 30s, which will be a big deal for us. Saturday, also in the 30s, maybe 40s, and high temperatures in the 50s soon. Your storm watch forecast in just a bit.
Oklahoma City Public Schools will continue remote learning through next Monday because of the weather. Teachers will have assignments for students to finish at their own pace through Canvas. Curbside meals are suspended, but they are expected to resume next Monday. The district is using the next few days to visit school sites and continue repairing any damage that may have been caused by low temperatures and winter weather. The 211 Heartline is open 24/7 for help during this difficult time.
This latest burst of winter weather is impacting the state's COVID vaccine rollout. Vaccine clinics across the state have had to be canceled because of cold and snow. In fact, officials with the Oklahoma City County Health Department say the weather has even delayed this week's vaccine shipment from the federal government.
We have enough vaccine now on hand to continue with what we have scheduled through the rest of Friday and Saturday this week. So we have 2 clinics on Friday, one with us and one with Mercy, and then a partnership with Mercy and Integris on Saturday as well. And we do have enough vaccine on hand for that. But we are due to receive this weekend now. Typically we receive on Tuesday, Wednesdays. Should receive it this weekend, enough vaccine for a very heavy campaign next week.
Now take a look. When you look at the data, we have seen a drop off in COVID vaccinations. Right now, the state is averaging about 15,000 doses a day over the last week. But a week ago, that number was over 20,500. Then when you look at the data coming in from the CDC, right now, Oklahoma ranks 10th among states in doses given by population. That's still really good, but we used to be about 7th or 8th on that list, so a slight drop off there. But as Bolding said, with that shipment expected this weekend and eligibility opening up, next week should be a big one for the state. The state health department will also have an update on vaccines tomorrow.
Millions of Texans remain in the dark tonight. Many have gone without power since Sunday night. Now there are calls from Governor Greg Abbott for an investigation and some resignations. The manager of the Texas Power Grid says accountability will happen, but right now their focus is getting the power back on for Texas. John Carlos Estrada from our sister station there breaks down the back and forth.
Millions of Texans remain in the dark and their patience is running low.
I would be polite. I could use several adjectives. The one that comes to mind is inept. I would apply that to everybody at ERCOT, everybody at Austin Energy, and everybody in the governor's office, on up, on down.
ERCOT says they're doing everything they can to flip the light switch on, but are partly waiting on Mother Nature.
As the temperatures moderate, each household is using less overall electricity because it's warmer. That allows us to get more individuals back online.
As of Wednesday, the manager of the power grid says that they have put a few 100,000 Texans back online.
Since 12:01 a.m. this morning, 6,000 megawatts have been added to the Texas grid. That equals about power for about 1.2 million households.
But Governor Greg Abbott says that's simply not enough. The governor says you can count on resignations and changes to ERCOT.
Both the House and Senate will begin investigations, if I understand correctly, next week. And that will begin that process where we fully evaluate exactly what was done and maybe what was not done.
The blame can be assessed very soon, and I'm sure we'll work out the rest once we get the power back on.
And while leaders squabble, ERCOT says their employees on the ground remain focused on getting the lights back on across the Lone Star State.
The people who folks in Texas really need to trust to lead us out of this crisis are those operators who are working on 24/7 shifts to make decisions that will keep the system safe.
In Austin, John Carlos Estrada.
And we are not going above freezing tomorrow and probably not Friday either. But things going up this weekend, well above freezing and maybe 50s and 60s soon. Your Storm Watch 7 Day is next.